wanted to show you guys this guy, and this is one big refractor. As you can see here, I'm like 5'7". This is Meade's 178 F9 ED. So this is like an older refractor, the like first generation with ED glass type of thing. It is a triplet. Now, before I started doing my YouTube channel, I used to have the 6-inch, the 152 F9 version, and then I bought the EvoStar instead. Not that there was anything wrong with the Meade 152, that's just what I did. Maybe I'll explain in another video maybe why I went that route. Anyway, my friend Mike, who's in Ontario there, I won't give too much information for privacy reasons. Same guy who I got the Meade 10-inch Schmidt Newt from. He was also selling this one as well. Because he wasn't getting any bids on it, he was thinking of maybe listing it on the US market, and I was a little disappointed. Just because, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with the US, they're our closest neighbors, our closest friends type of thing, but the US compared to Canada has 10 times the population. I think it's, last time I checked, 350 million compared to 35 million. So if you extrapolate, basically they probably could have 10 times the population as far as in the hobby too. So of course they have more dealers, more star parties, more retailers, more manufacturing, more people in the hobby, more people buying too. So he's probably right that he probably would have got more bites on there. But it is harder to deal with customs and duties and stuff, especially with COVID. I know I've sent a couple things into the US, so it's a little harder, but some people prefer just not to deal with it. Anyway, I got it from him because I didn't want it to go there. Again, not that anything's bad, but I would like these nice optics, these, I mean, this is not like the top of the line, but this is a big refractor, and it is kind of semi-special, and I at least wanted it to stay in Canada. Again, like my 6-inch Takahashi, I've only seen 2 for sale in Canada in 10 or 12 years. It rarely comes up for sale. It's something that big and prestige type of thing. It just doesn't come available. So anyway, this might be something similar to that. So I just wanted it to stay home. I figure, okay, I'll do a video or 2 on it, maybe 3, show my viewers, show you guys. I'm sure you'd like to see it, what it is, and I'll see what happens after that. Now, I've never owned this size refractor. The biggest I've owned was a 6-inch refractors. I've had at least 4 or 5 6-inch Acrobats. I've had some other 6-inch EDs and Apples, but I've never had a 7-inch. So I did have a 7-inch Max Sutov from Meade. That was their 178 F15 ultra high contracts Max Sutov, and that was a beauty. It's probably one of the few scopes, if any, I've ever owned that I regret selling, and they're just impossible to find too. But anyway, that's a different story. But this is the same size, 7-inch F9, but this is a refractor, so this is just huge. I do have it on, as you can see, my EQ6, which is enough. I personally don't like anything more than an EQ6. It is just too heavy, even though I'm just going right through that door. It's just too heavy, it's too big. So EQ6 is my personal biggest. I'll go. I probably won't go any bigger. Even if it means a little bit less steady and less rock solid, that's okay. I'll wait a second or 2 for it to dampen down. Anyway, this guy was made in the 90s. It is basically Meade's biggest ED scope that they sold, if I remember correctly. I mean, the only downfall, besides being big and heavy, and you need a big mount for this guy, is that sometimes the collimation could get a little out of whack on the 7-inch. Now, there is, on the internet, there's been 20, 30 years, if you research it, you can do a mod, which, can fix the collimation issues. It's not that big of a deal, but some people just hate collimation. Really, if you think about it, every SCT, and some Max Sutovs, and every reflecting telescope on an EQ or DAW base always need collimation fairly frequent. Now, if I'm just taking it from here to there, and I don't slam it or bounce it or bang it, the collimation is going to hold fine. Now, maybe if you're doing traveling with it all the time, it might need more periodic collimation. But again, almost every type of scope out there, it needs collimation. So really, what's the big deal? Some people just get overhung on the collimation issue. You learn it, especially if you've been in the hobby a long time, you should know how to do it. Now, Mike did it before me picking it up. And then he also gave me some extra, it's kind of like Allen screws. And what you do is you put that in top of it, and then that way it holds that collimation better. Does that make sense? So it has like Allen screws to collimate it, and then you put a second one on top, and that will hold the first ones down so it moves. Now, maybe it's not 100%, but it will hold it 100 times better. But anyway, I haven't checked this guy out yet. I'm waiting for the planets to come around, and they're just about coming around now. So I will be doing soon-ish some videos. I will be using this guy on Jupiter and Saturn. Mars is still about 1.5 years away. And I just want to see how good it's going to perform. And it's not so heavy. I mean, going out in 2 pieces, I think the mount is heavier than the tube. I don't remember exactly what the weight is. Maybe like, I want to guess between 30, 35 pounds. So this guy handles up to 40 pounds. And again, for visually, it's more than fine. I still have a little room to spare. But I'll be testing this guy out soon. This is just kind of like the unboxing type of thing. And yeah, we'll see how good it performs, how good the planets look, and that type of thing. I thought I'll show you guys. Focuser, if you ask me, is pretty good. It's no Feather Touch or Moonlight, but it's actually decent for the age. I like how it has these handlebars here. That way you can grip it. Hard to see. There's one on this side, one on the other side. Let me show you guys the lens if I can, and then I'll give you a quick pan through, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So here's the focuser. So here's the one handle I was talking about, the second there. Focuser's decent. I would say semi-smooth. I probably wouldn't upgrade to anything more. This was just a sticker that's faded off over time. And as you can see, this is just really big. Let me get a picture of that lens. Okay, so you have the cover actually goes here. Most covers now these days go over the dew cap, but Meade made it where it came out from the inside. And that's what it looks like. So there you go. Anyway, guys. So I will see you guys soon on the next episode when I do some testing, and I would love to show it to you guys, through the actual telescope on Jupiter and Saturn, what you could see with a 7-inch apochromatic. Anyway, Joe Jaguar, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video.